Hello. So today we're going to talk about my miscarriage and 3 things that I did differently that really helped me, and I believe they'll help you very well in a time of grief and really hardship. So the AC is like right here, so I'm super cold, but we're gonna start with my story. It was about a year ago, August 20th, 2019 is when I actually miscarried. Was 7 weeks pregnant at that time, and I was really excited. I was very nervous. It was a whole roller coaster. But when I did miscarry, I felt an enormous amount of guilt. And just like to really explain the whole story, the day before I had gotten an argument with my husband. Don't remember why, but I just remember I said, out of anger, and I just said, I wish the baby wasn't born if this is how we're gonna be. And it was just that lie from the enemy that, I don't know why I said it, but I felt so bad starting that day. And to miscarry the next day, you could just imagine my guilt. I believed I spoke into existence, or it's my fault the baby didn't make it. And on the day I miscarried, I was crazy because it was my first day as a nanny job. It took 6 months to find a good job where people appreciated me and they didn't make me lie for the job. So I was so scared to lose the job, I didn't say anything. And I was in so much pain. I would say the pain I was feeling was equivalent or a little more than being 6 centimeters dilated for giving birth. I know that now because I have a baby, but I don't know if it's as bad as 10 centimeters. I ended up getting an epidural. But I just felt so... What? He started talking. He didn't know I was recording. I'll probably get him to pop his head in a second. I was saying I was very nervous and I didn't want to look irresponsible on my first day of job, so I just stayed quiet about my pain. I remember getting to the house and just politely asking if I can use the bathroom before I begin all my babysitting duties. And there's just so much blood when I got up and I looked. I kind of was in shock and I was already shaking. It was my first time pregnant, so I'm a Google freak and I over Google things sometimes. So I knew blood, miscarriage, really. I didn't know if it was really happening. I was in so much shock. And God really put Kelly in my life at the perfect time, because she just hugged me and embraced me and really was making me feel okay, even though it was my first time experiencing something like this. So I just stayed with her. I asked to stay with her until my shift ended. I felt so bad. And she just let me take it really easy that day. I didn't want to accept that I was miscarrying. I didn't want to accept that it happened to me. I just thought it was some rare kind of thing. I over Googled, but I didn't Google how common they were. So after getting back, I went to pick him up around 5 p.m. Sorry about my baby, but I went to pick him up about 5 p.m. and then we went to the hospital, and the pain was so bad that I felt like just throwing myself in front of a car. I wish he could drag me to the way of the room. I just didn't want to walk. It's really painful, surprisingly, not just emotionally but physically. And then I hate this part of the story the most because I think it's really what made me feel the most guilty. But I remember I was holding in my pee and I said I have to use the bathroom before I even start the paperwork that I'm here for a pain that seems really weird during a pregnancy. So I went to the bathroom and of course more and more blood came out. But I don't know if... Sorry about that. He likes to cry if he's not watching himself. hopefully he'll stay quiet for the rest of the video. So what I was saying was that I went to the bathroom when I got to the hospital, and there was more blood. I remember the moment that my baby passed, I felt like an instant disconnection. Like, I immediately knew I was no longer pregnant, and I didn't want to accept that feeling. I turned around to look at the toilet, and I just remember I got on my knees and I kind of just stared at the toilet. I just stared, and it could have been tissue, it could have been shadows of the light, or it could have been my baby that I saw. But I was so shocked and so scared to admit that I didn't grab it, and I'll never know to this day what was inside that toilet. And what made me feel really guilty is that the moment it passed, like the moment I felt the heartbreak, I also no longer felt pain. So I kind of felt guilty for not feeling pain. And it's just like, I don't know if you've miscarried and that makes sense to you, where the moment, you know, it's finally over, you know it's finally over. And I remember I came outside, they checked me, and you know, they were very quiet because it's a very sensitive topic, but they were saying that, yeah, it looks like, and they were avoiding the word miscarriage, but in the discharge paper they put spontaneous abortion. And that pissed me off, because even more, because I thought to myself, what do you mean abortion? I never wanted to abort this baby. I wanted this baby to live. I wanted to make it. So I just became really angry and like heartbroken and just like overwhelmed. Physically and emotionally, I was in pain. I got really sick. So it was like, I felt like the world was crumbling apart. I remember I just came home, and if there's one person I know that never fails to comfort me, it's the Lord. He's always there for you. He's just always there to just give you like this nice warmth, love of just goodness. Do you want to get on this video?
No, I thought you could say me. Don't mind me, I'm just playing video games.
So he's never failed to comfort me, and wow, it got even bright, my eyes hurt. And he's just a really incredible person. If you want to feel like crying, just go cry to him. But that was, in essence, a little mashup of my miscarriage story. It felt crazy. I went missing. Not really missing, but like I just didn't want to respond to people. I didn't go to work for 4 days. I just wanted to be home and just like be alone with God, because I was just so heartbroken. And I just remember he gave me a promise of a beautiful baby boy. Here's the proof of that beautiful baby boy. Okay, but I want to share 3 things that I did that I honestly believe it helped me with surviving a miscarriage, because they're really tough. And if I miscarry in the future, I'll probably cry like crazy, because losing a child will never be easy, and trying to have a baby after that will never feel easy, because sometimes you might feel guilty, like, how can I love this baby and forget about the one? Or having to answer those weird doctor questions. Is this your first pregnancy? Is this your first baby? Like, it'll be hard. So these are the 3 things I did. The first one, and the most important one, is I just cried out to the Lord. Like, literally, all I did was just cry and tell him how I feel miserable, how I feel guilty, how I'm just in so much pain. And I started reassuring myself of his goodness. And I just remember like a peace there, and it was really beautiful, those 4 days that I just ran to him. So I encourage that you could just have a cried out sesh with the Holy Spirit, and He will comfort you. And He will be there for you, because the Lord is near the brokenhearted. And second thing I did was find a community. Majority of the community I would find would be a mom, or like female mom kind of thing, because talking it out is really important. So I found a Peanut app, which is like a Facebook for moms, and it's just so encouraging how they all uplift one another even if they're struggling. There's also a baby forum. I'll put the link to. If you just ever have any questions, you just Google it on that forum, and you have a bunch of moms saying how they're struggling too, or something like that. And it's just like, it's so nice to feel like you're not alone in this motherhood journey, or in this miscarriage journey, or infertility journey. So find a community. I remember Kelly, my husband, my church family, my family being there, my mom especially, like telling me that it's not that rare, it happened to her. All these things, like, it made me feel like I'm really not alone. And it is painful to talk about it and have to say that you lost your child even after everyone's seeing how excited you are. It is painful and it hurts, but I found it to be very vital to my mental health. So I would encourage you to do that, find a community. And the third thing is, let the emotions out. Whether you're feeling guilty, make video journals or write them down, write down your emotions, put them in a place and take them captive. And sometimes just letting out your emotions, whether it's saying, I feel like it's my fault, or I feel like I'm not a worthy mother, how can I not carry a baby? I feel like I can't get pregnant. All these things, just letting them out, it really helps. You're bottling things up, and then it's gonna explode, and you're gonna feel like everything's going crazy. So those are the 3 things, not 6, 3 3 things that I did, and they really helped me get through this part of miscarrying and losing and feeling so alone. And I really appreciate my husband for just like hugging me, and just, he was so strong through all of this. But I know that not a lot of people don't have such great support. So you can never be disappointed in the Lord. If you don't have anyone out there, you'll always have the Lord, and Jesus will always be there for you, and He loves you so much. I know it feels like everything is going crazy if you are going through miscarriage right now, but you will get through it, and you're doing just fine. It is okay to cry for hours sometimes. So I just want to thank you guys for listening. David, do you want to pop in your head a little bit? Just like a little bit? So I guess I can't convince him to just pop his head up in the video. But at least you guys got to see my beautiful boy. I think this is why moms get a mom haircut. The sun's hitting me in the face. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. I know it's a longer video than the normal 5-minute videos, but I appreciate you guys watching and just listening to my story. I hope that you feel a little better and you feel encouraged. And that's it, subscribe, all that other YouTube stuff. I'll be posting more videos and just about my journey with this baby, my birth story, lifestyle, all these things, because I just want to share my story and hope that someone comes across it one day and feels encouraged. I'm gonna go because this sun is hitting my eyes really bad. Alright, bye guys. Say bye-bye.